आज आम ऑफिस नुआ जॉइन कला
कौन कहला आज तो विवेक
सी कौन कह मुह पूरा सुखे बस मस्त
हेटू
आसिली गुड मॉर्निंग ग भी कल से एकुटिया बस से कहला गुड मॉर्निंग गुड मॉर्निंग तापर मु पुणी पानी भर्ती कर लॉगिन कर कथा मूड एत अफ है कहीं हठात मे भी मूड स्विंग है ना कौन मो मुह बाहरी आरंभ मोर लैपटॉप देखी मोर लुह गड़ुची विवेक पढ़ला सेशन से आसिक एमती हो लाइट करने मनीषा हो गया सब लोग स्माइल करेंगे तो बिल्कुल भी स्माइल करेंगे अन्न भी लेनी
Sophie सांगा chit chat होता. Hi Sophie, you are on mute.
There. Good morning.
Yes.
Good evening to you, huh?
Yeah.
How
I'm
glad. I'm I want to see you bigger. There we go. You know, the truth is I have a feeling that something in the world is going to happen. I have this feeling of not deep foreboding, but I've been feeling it for about a week and a half. And for a while I wanted to stay off the roads. But I don't think it's that. I think it's something bigger. And maybe, do you feel something like that?
Bigger means for good, no?
Yeah, I think it's just something that we're going to be surprised about. I don't think it's a bad thing, but it's something unexpected. Something unexpected is going to happen yeah. I don't think it will affect me closely or you closely. And I've heard other people say they're one of the guys that's with us for Eyes of Freedom. He keeps saying he feels something bigger, something coming, and I do too. I just don't know what it is.
Bluetooth रखेंगे on.
Yeah. So I just put that in writing. I missed 3 days of writing. I can't believe I missed 3 days. That's kind of unusual, but it was a weekend and we were busy with church and stuff. And yeah, but I have a couple days of poetry and some days of feeling. So yeah, so that's what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about with you?
So the intuition, no, it starts opening up the moment you download things. I know you are a very intuitive person.
I'm a very what?
Yeah.
You said I'm a very what person?
You are an intuitive person.
Oh, intuitive. Yeah.
So when you download too many things, it starts playing, your real self.
Could be. I'm looking forward to the downtime at the monastery. And from Thursday through Sunday, we're supposed to be quiet, which is okay with me. I'll be curious to see how many people are actually there as visitors. I hear that they're pretty busy during Easter week. Lots of people come over, but maybe that's what's going on. I have not felt especially rushed at all or anything at Vivian's. I mean, we had a lot of downtime. I didn't feel rushed to see anybody. And it was a really nice visit, but there's there's something right here, right here.
Hmm.
And yeah, I don't know. So uh I'm I was noticing two things.
Okay.
Two things. Um I really have to get back on a better eating plan, even though every day I thank myself for telling me what to eat. But I'm, having been on the road since January, eating at other people's places, not fixing my own food, eating at fast food places. When I try not to, but sometimes I do. I've got 20 pounds. I've got probably more than that. I've probably got 30 pounds to get rid of, to put somewhere else. So this week I'm going to start. Today I'm going to do this liver cleanse once I get to the monastery. I had a tooth pulled during the week, and that was magical. I didn't even. I mean, it was really, really loose, but the dentist and the assistant were so good. I thought he was still scraping and cleaning. Next thing it was out already. It's like, oh, the injections for the Novocaine for the anesthetic were those pinched. The other nothing. I didn't feel anything else. So yeah, so I want to get back on a healthier eating plan. My loose tooth is gone. And I usually put, if I'm going to put any makeup on, I usually put it on in the car because it's easier to see the natural light and to see, what I did. And as I was putting on this, it's it's this stick, creamy stick to get rid of dark circles and stuff. Honestly, it really works. And then I just blend it in, and I'm like amazed.
Mhm.
It makes my dark circles go away. I still have wrinkles, not a lot, but anyway, uh, yeah, just an observation. That doesn't mean much other than I'm just babbling.
Huh. Yeah.
So, how was everything for you? How was your week and your weekend?
Weekend was I finished that thing, that artwork I was doing from the
Uh,
scrap clothes. I had shown you some time back.
oh, the things you sew?
That one
The
piece
fa-
I
the
finished. So I'll send
oh,
you, I,
ah,
I'll send you the video of it. Yeah.
okay. Oh, you, somebody,
And
where did you put it in an art show?
no, no, no. I made it into a teapot cover.
Oh, okay, okay. You said you're gonna send me the review. Okay.
Yeah.
I bet it's really pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Give me a minute. Give me a minute.
Yeah, yeah, go get it. Or do whatever you need to do.
Can you see this?
Yeah,
From
I can I can see. Can you put it up closer?
Closer.
I can't tell. I can tell. I can't tell what it is. I see a lot of pretty colors.
Yeah. And this is the
Oh,
back side.
oh, that's way cool.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So there's no, it's just pieces of fabric, right? Or
Yeah. Yeah.
is,
Just scrap pieces of fabric.
yeah, like you showed me before.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. Yeah. And so
Cool.
it is. It is done finally. It took
And
me yesterday whole day to finish it.
oh, it's very pretty.
Yeah.
And you're
Thank
gonna
you.
do now. What are you gonna do with it?
So I have made it into a cover, no? A teapot. I have a side table. It is a side table I put as a cover.
For like next to your bed?
Yeah.
Oh, very pretty. Like a little tablecloth.
Yeah. Yeah. So it will be just a small side
Yeah,
table.
yeah.
So it is for that.
I wish I wish the artisan gallery, we only have one gallery, one art gallery in town, and they only take local stuff because I mean, it would be way cool to have some of your things in there, even something small like that, just to make it a global gallery. But they said no to my suggestion for the African for Margaret Essien to send her pillow covers or something, and they would have been easy to send. Your thing would have been easy to send, but she said we just do local or Appalachian. So okay, fine, whatever. God
Mhm.
forbid that all. God forbid that Alderson should be a global community.
Yeah.
That's why I just get tired of the place. But you know, Spirit, I wouldn't be there if Spirit didn't want me there, I guess, right? It's what I keep telling myself when I can't seem to. I told you, Spirit said, don't get disappointed. You're not signing any leases this week. Did I tell you that?
No, no,
I didn't tell you about that.
I don't think.
Wednesday, I
Yeah.
think, I think it was Wednesday of this week. I,
Okay.
yeah, I think it was Wednesday of this week. I woke up and I think I told you that I was, maybe I didn't, that I was going to use 2025 to decide if I was staying in Alderson or if I was moving to Pennsylvania where the monastery is. You know, there's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
part.
You told me this. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Well, I've kind of been asked, I've kind of been saying to Spirit, give me a little at a time, but don't make me wait all year to find out. So Wednesday morning, I hear this message and it said, Sophie, you are not signing a lease this year for an apartment and you're not buying anything. So don't be disappointed.
Okay.
And I wasn't because, first of all, I just needed to know. And second of all, I have had a breakthrough several months back with the word disappointment. Because if I had to identify the sad parts of my life, that's the word I would have used. And I
Hmm.
thought I thought you can't keep going around saying things are a disappointment because you can't you I don't want to do that. There were things that in my life that were disappointing, that's true, but I don't want to have that be an umbrella for all the negative things that happen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my first thought about how this year I was going to be traveling from West Virginia up to the Midwest, then over to Indiana to see my son, then back, this big triangle. Well, the triangle is even bigger now because it's going to take me out toward California and Colorado with Eyes of Freedom, and especially if I help Anita again with her artwork. So this triangle just got bigger. Part of me thinks that I might not be driving all of it. That's a lot of driving. And part of it thinks that I might be flying to some of these places, especially if I go out west. I don't absolutely have to have a car out there. She's more than, we don't go that many places when I'm out there with her. And the town is so little, you really could walk. So I got a lot of information from Spirit this week, I guess. And I'm okay with that. I'm still a little concerned about Austin. He did not get the job he applied for at a hardware store. He did not get it. I called him and he said he's okay with that. But the thing is, he wanted to get the job because, you know, money is tight, and he still has not been granted a larger percentage of his disability. He's still only at 20%, but he can't do a lot of stuff. So
Yeah.
one of the things I want to do when I'm at the monastery this week is I looked up the congressperson for our area of West Virginia, and it's a woman, and I'm going to write to her and tell her, just say, I'm going to try to make it short and just say, I would like your help with getting to the Veterans Administration and having them, shake them up. It's been 2 years since Austin had his review online, and they said, oh, it might be 6 months. That was kind of like, oh, now it's going on 2 years. In April, it will be 2 years.
Hmm.
It will be 2 years since he had a review. Where'd you go? Hello, I can't see you anymore.
Something happening with my camera, automatically it is.
There you are. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this month, this April, it will be 2 years that he's been waiting. He has met with them online 2 times. And both times they just said, we'll get back to you. It's been 2 years. That's pathetic, because he needs more money in his life to handle his house payment. I mean, he says he says he can pay all the bills, but there's like very little extra. I hope he's telling me the truth. I don't want to have to move back in with him. That would be a lot more money for him, but it would not be a good situation for me, because I don't have a good relationship with my daughter-in-law, and Austin and the kids are not neat, and that's a hard thing for me. So I just said, well, maybe you'll find something else, or maybe writing the congressman will make a difference. I don't know, but I have to say this. I do feel some kind of foreboding sense of me being on the road. I need to get off the highway for a while. I do have a sense, maybe it's connected to the fact that I'm supposed to hear from the law firm that I hired to handle the bodily injury settlement on last year when someone hit the back of my car. It was on March 20th, and I'm still waiting for them, or we're near the point of settling. And I thought I would hear something from them on Friday based on what the lawyer told me, but I didn't. So that's up in the air. But I have a sense that I'm going to get more than they told me about. And I was going to dump that on my last credit card and get that paid off. I just have this sense that every time I've gotten on the road lately, I go the speed limit. I try to pay attention but I just have this sense that, Sophie, you need to be off the road. So I mean, that's the truth. I didn't really want to say that, but I need to say it because it's the truth. So it's a good thing I'll be in one place for for this week. I'll be in one place with the nuns, and I don't have to interact with them if I don't want to. It's, they leave you alone. You do what you want. And I think I'm gonna make up for what I didn't write in the last 3 days. I think this week is gonna be a week of um some things opening up. So for for somebody that wanted a short chat, I haven't shut up yet, have I? So how are things? How are things with you? I'm glad you got your fabric. I'm glad you got your sewing
Yeah.
complete. It's
So
very
this,
pretty.
yeah. So this week was a good week for me,
Good.
especially with the new group that I am in.
Yes.
We talk a lot, like not Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we are 11 to 1 a.m. Though I am in office, still I am listening over your phone
Okay.
to the conversation of the whole group. The group utilizes this NLP technique you must be knowing.
Yes. NLP. Yes.
Yeah, and technique to know to get to the deeper place of the mind,
Right.
what all thoughts are coming up. So I enjoy that a lot.
Sure.
And initially I had a lot of resistance, and actually nobody actually allows you to speak out, no, your mind. So you need some place, no, you need somebody to hold that space for
Yeah.
you to
Absolutely.
to be you yourself, right?
Yes.
To
Yes.
be oneself. And that was not there, that was missing. And I knew this group since 3 years, but you know, the timing didn't match. Actually, this time it was somehow I got to the first some orientation because it was a holiday that day.
Okay.
And I happened to see the notification in time, and I got into the conversation. So then actually I put a little effort to be, at least I can hear the conversation, which will trigger my thoughts as well.
Sure.
That is how I started. And then I'm into it since last 3 weeks. First 2 weeks, it was lot of resistance inside. And I could see lot of anger, lot of hatred, lot of jealousy kind of thing. And I couldn't figure out where from it was coming.
Okay.
And I was sad at times also,
Yeah.
without knowing
Why? Yeah.
what is making me sad.
Yeah.
So it was kind of all like I was going round and round about my mind.
Hmm.
Sometimes I was getting some visuals, but those make no sense
Okay.
and no connection. Actually, I couldn't relate to anything why it is happening. But
Mm.
when you get a lot of negative emotions inside your mind, it kinds of unsettles.
Yeah.
And so that was the problem. Like there is no external problem as it is, but inside my mind, there was no peace.
Okay.
Maybe that was because of those conversations that I was listening to in a
All
long.
right.
And it was opening up the layers of my mind as well, because those were there. Theoretically, we know many things, right? But
Yeah.
when it comes to your mind and actual realization, actual feeling, it is not true. What we know cannot go inside you unless you know exercise, put some effort,
Yeah.
take them out.
Yeah.
And it doesn't happen even if you intend to. There has to be some facilitation. So that happened.
No.
2 days back, actually during that conversation, I could figure out 2, 3 things that I was part of my future self.
Okay.
Was, about 20 years back, whatever had happened, now I could relate to those things which actually make me the person I am today.
What tell me the biggest thing you were thinking about from the past.
Like why my mother was like that.
Oh, okay.
Your story, my story is
Yeah.
almost same.
Yeah.
So you can think from the point of view of your story. Like we also have discussed about parents.
Sure. Absolutely.
And my parents were not very different from yours.
Yeah.
So I was very angry at my parents till that time. And since uh, 2 days back, I
Mm-hmm.
realized that those were the things, whoever they were, whatever they did, and whatever way they were thinking, all that have made me actually the way I am.
Sure. Sure.
Because of those, they were not very loving, which is why I can withstand lot of no lot of what you can say indifference from people, and
Okay.
negative behavior at times, which I don't bother about because.
Uh-huh.
And so, if that is so, then 20 years hence, whoever I am going to be, the person is in the making today, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which means I need to, because that time I didn't know. So that is why I was angry. Even 2 days back, I didn't know that all those things. I knew theoretically, but I didn't feel it. The feeling came 2 days.
Okay.
That that was the thing which were there. Actually, it was there because of that only. Whether they intended me to be that, I don't know. But
Let me
does that matter?
let me make sure I understood what you said.
Yeah.
Because your parents weren't especially loving, you have learned to be indifferent. You have learned to be like neutral. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, almost the same thing that I'm saying, because
Okay.
it doesn't bother me so much as other people, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
The way people behave, it doesn't matter, because I can uh, I'm okay with their behavior. If
Yeah.
they're that, then it's okay because they have come from different experience than mine. And
Right.
because of that experience, they will behave like that towards me. That's
Yeah.
perfectly fine.
Okay. I get it.
So, yeah. So because of those, the parent thing was just one of the many things that happened. You must be knowing that circumstances are such, your friends, your teachers, the people around you, different phases of life, and the decisions we have taken, all those sometimes good, sometimes bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
We were not absolutely correct in taking our decision in those decisions, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But those were meant to be so,
Yeah.
because we were destined to be this today.
Yeah.
So now it is nobody's fault, right? It is
True.
it is nobody's kind of what do you say, bad behavior, intention, or whatever,
Yeah.
because we are meant to be this. So all those things have to be that,
Mm-hmm.
that, which means the other part also is true. The difficulties that we are facing today, it is because the person that we will be 20 years hence.
Oh, I can't hear you.
You are not able to hear me? Is it okay now? Is it okay?
Oh,
So
now I can hear you. Yeah, go ahead.
maybe my internet is unstable.
Yeah, it could be.
So I was saying, if that was true, then the next part also is true.
Yeah.
The person that we are going to be 20 years hence,
Yeah,
in the making today,
absolutely. Absolutely.
all those circumstances that are happening, all are contributing towards the making of that person, right?
Right. Yeah.
So that means we need to see, instead of becoming very hostile, very angry, very hateful, very jealous, we should start seeing how those things are playing towards we becoming that being.
Sure. Absolutely. I don't get a sense that you go around being angry and upset at life. You may have to deal, it's not like it never happens. It's not like I never get upset, but in general, you probably have to work with more people that are like that than you are yourself.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter when you think about your bigger self, no, higher self. Then you are not worried about the people who are acting less than themselves today.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it doesn't matter on the whole, you know.
Yeah. There's a saying, here in the States. Well, I don't know how far through the States, but I forget. I think I can't, I heard the other day who it was that said this, but basically it is what other people think of you, what other people think of me is none of my business.
Yes,
Haven't we said that before?
yes, yes,
I
yes.
think
Yeah.
we have. Yeah, I think we have.
Huh. It is not about their thinking, you know, the things,
Yeah.
because of their thinking, because of that, many circumstances are being made. And because of those circumstances, we are taking decisions. No, I am taking decisions based on those circumstances.
Right.
Right.
We can't change the circumstances. We can just change our reactions, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And so if we know that these are part of that bigger thing,
Yeah.
we will take positive, we will have positive reactions towards that. We will be more constructive towards our reactions to
Yeah.
those circumstances.
Yeah.
And that is a great thing, no? It liberates you from all those negative emotions.
Were
And
you were you just confirming in the last couple days, were you just confirming this for yourself? Or
yes,
were-
because
or talking to were you talking to somebody else trying to give them a pep talk, or this was just for you?
no, this is just for me because I could find
Oh,
this out for myself. I
oh,
knew this for
yeah,
in theory,
in theory,
right?
right, but you didn't feel it.
I didn't feel it. So this
Yeah,
was what happened 2 days back.
right.
So that means I am liberated, you know, and now I am free to uh, design, you know, things in a very different.
Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
Do you think this finally came to the surface because of your writing?
Yes, writing, and also because of those deliberations, because of those conversations. Actually, I wrote many things.
Mm-hmm.
When something hit me, I describe that more, you know,
Okay.
and that has helped. And this 90 days thing that I came up with because of those discussions,
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, and actually, since uh, did I tell you about my Facebook experience? Because
No.
many people behave badly. They
No.
say, yeah. So 3 years, 3 or 4 years back, actually, there were people who were actually telling, say, so they mm, comment in a very negative manner, right?
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
which I didn't really like. So
Mm-hmm.
that was very cheap kind of comments. So
Yeah.
actually, I blocked a lot of people.
Okay.
And after that, actually, I was very, very, what you can say, very sarcastic or very negative towards anybody who
Mm,
actually tried commenting on my post or no, all those things.
yeah.
So that actually was like stopping me from exploring people's problem, because
Okay.
they in a lot of challenges and they are also looking for somebody to hold space for themselves so that they can validate themselves.
Okay. I can hear you, Nalima. My phone got hot again. So keep talking. I can hear you. It'll cool off in a minute.
I, sorry,
I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you. Um, but my phone, oh, there we go. I don't know if this phone is getting old. It gets hot really fast. Go ahead. I can hear you.
yeah. No, no, maybe because my internet is not very stable. Maybe that is the reason why you are not able to hear.
No, I can hear you now. I can hear you.
Yeah, in between something happens to my internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This phone just gets hot really fast when I'm sitting using it. It gets hot really quickly. I don't understand. But okay, so you blocked a lot of people, and then tell me from there.
Those people were passing on cheap comments, no, on my profile or on my post. Things like that were happening 3 to 4 years back.
Mm-hmm.
So then I blocked a lot of people.
Right.
So which means I maybe somebody is looking uh, for me to hold space for them so that they can open up with their kind of issues, right? Challenges.
Mm-hmm.
And because I was stopping them as very sarcastic about what people were saying,
Mm-hmm.
because of that experience, then I was not going very far with people in Facebook, especially, right?
Right.
So, we we need to connect with people in Facebook, in LinkedIn, uh, who are looking for solutions.
Okay.
Maybe people are not very okay about expressing their issues very openly, but this requires nobody opens up in the first 2 3 conversations. So it
Mm.
takes much beyond. And how does it start? It starts with some appreciation, some comments, some exchanges, right?
Yeah.
So I was not giving that kind of that kind of time to those people to
Okay.
express themselves. Actually, I was not responding, uh, or I was blocking them, things like that. Yeah.
Okay. Because you were pissed off.
Yes, very much.
Okay, I get it. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. So those were, blocks, um, mental blocks that one puts. Actually, I should be bigger than those circumstances and what people are saying. I have the liberty to block them anytime I want.
Yes,
But,
we do.
but in the first place, if I have accepted them as friends, then at least I need to give them 2, 3 hearing, right, before I judge them out of my life or from my Facebook.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can make any choice that you want. And
yeah,
here's the thing, if you block them
yeah.
because you don't want to listen to their opinions, that doesn't mean that you wish them a bad life. You just want them out of your life. I don't think there's anything wrong with that because I've been doing it for the last couple years too. It doesn't mean I wish them ill, doesn't wish them, I don't wish them bad. I just don't want them in my life. That's all.
Yes, the same thing. Uh, uh, yeah. So, but that becomes a habit, Sophie, over a period of time
Yeah.
because you are not angry with somebody else anymore because you are angry with yourself, no? At the same time, because you are making it a habit of not listening to people beyond a certain
But yeah,
thing. But
I
but I was not giving them any limit at all. I was not allowing them to speak.
I yeah, yeah. So at least you discovered that. So now you're willing to give them an opportunity. But if they be stupid a lot, you don't have to keep them in your life. You give them the opportunity to say what they want to say, and then
And
you
I block.
you decide.
Yes, yes. So that is what I have just thought
Yeah,
of. Like it doesn't cost me anything.
right.
Uh, if I see their comments, it's okay. If I don't see their comments, it is still okay.
Yeah,
Right. So
yeah,
I would not be bothered about whether they have commented or commented what, all those
yeah,
kinds of stuff. Yeah.
yeah. But I understand, and I understand what you're saying. You can't go around blocking everybody because then you sooner or later you won't have anybody around you, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you want to have some kind of a balance with that. You don't want to get rid of everybody in your life just because they say something you don't agree with, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I
Yes.
totally, I totally get it. We have new, and one of the things I became aware of is that when I block somebody, somebody new always comes into my life.
Yeah.
Somebody brand new. So, okay, so that vacuum gets opened up, somebody new always shows up, and maybe it's somebody that I'll get along with better, maybe it's not, but there's never a lack of somebody there. There's no lack of people to have
Yeah.
show.
Yeah. So nowadays, I do not even come to Facebook, because
Yeah,
of that habit that everybody. So I have assumed that 90% of people will be saying some bullshit.
yeah,
So why to waste time here? So
yep.
yeah,
I told you that's why I got off of Facebook. I got off of every app other than WhatsApp, and the only people on my WhatsApp are you, my friends in Scotland, and I think one lady in one, I'm not even sure if Margaret Essien is on there, the lady from Africa. Sometimes she shows up and sometimes she doesn't, but that's it. I'm doesn't mean I don't want to meet new people, but I'm just tired of all the apps. If I ever need them again, I can go back and get them again, or go forward and get them again, but I'm done. I'm done.
yeah, yeah.
It's wasting too much time.
Yes, it wastes a lot of time.
Lots of time. I would rather sit and daydream. I would rather sit and do nothing than waste my time on Facebook.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
when I sit and do nothing, I get ideas. It's not a waste of time for me.
yeah.
But Facebook was a waste of time.
Yes, yes.
And I heard they charging for it. I hear you have to pay for it now. Is that true in
Facebook?
India? That's what I heard. Somebody told me you have to pay for it now. I don't know if that's true.
No, not yet, not yet. Maybe in future, or you have to pay when you are trying to boost something or advertise.
Okay. Okay. The
Otherwise, there is no paying.
no charge. Okay. The person that told me that is not on Facebook. She just said she thought she knew, but she doesn't.
Yeah.
She's not on Facebook, and I think she just read something about it might be coming. But yeah, I didn't think it was either.
There
But
is a lot of thing going on about social media, Facebook,
yeah,
then Twitter, all those things. Because maybe because of US and Elon Musk,
yeah, yeah, for
maybe.
sure.
Yeah. So all those things, I don't know. The very strange things you see in Facebook.
Yeah.
Uh, and there are a lot of scam going on, no, digital scam.
Oh,
You cannot.
unbelievable amounts of scams going on.
Yeah. So just the other day, I was reading a story about our finance minister.
Yeah,
And there was a link that she was saying this, and at this particular link, she had all the information or something like that. It is you will believe things like that. But
yeah,
when I clicked at that, what were the information that she had to give? This this took me to I don't know. These people started calling me that you have pressed this link, so you want this information. Are you trading? It's a trading app, and they are using anybody uh,
yeah,
from the actors to finance minister to scientists, even
yeah,
presidents, the ministers, all those things. So one believes in such thing, this thing. Initially, at least, when you are reading for the first time, you will see that there is a story, something it might be there. So after that, I saw similar stories in the name of other people also. So I knew this is a scam. And because the
uh,
first time I clicked on that, actually I would have received about 50 calls from different people. So
oh,
then I had to block that. And another scam also is going on about like you have to go to certain websites and like those things, and
yeah,
they will pay per like that you like. No, you just like something, some story, they will pay some amount.
yeah, yep. It's bad. It's bad here too.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
the
yeah.
latest ones here, um, is they send you a text telling you you have to pay money for going on the turnpike, which is a certain amount of road,
Yeah.
and then you have like 5 hours to pay, and if you don't pay, we're going to come after your driver's license and all that. So that's one. And then there's another one. um, your Apple Pay card we're confirming that your Apple Pay card will be charged a bunch of money. That's another way, because it's not true either. I had to replace, since February, I have had to replace 2 debit cards from 2 different banks because somebody scammed one of them. And then something happened on the other one. The bank thought it looked fishy. They thought it looked bad. So without even calling me or letting me know, not until after the fact, that I couldn't, I'm trying to buy gas for the car and my card gets declined. Thank goodness my other new card had caught up with me by then. 2 cards, in a month and a half. That's pathetic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sure it's going on everywhere,
Yes.
everybody.
Yeah.
Part
Every
of the
day. Every day I get 2, 3 emails like that. So without
Yeah,
seeing even those emails, I delete.
yeah, yeah. Don't open them if you can help it. Yeah, don't open them. Crazy. Well, what else do I have to tell you?
So Sophie, I have a question. Like maybe I didn't understand.
What's that?
Oh, uh, do you live in a place or you are on the car all the time?
Um, I have a place in Alderson. When I left, I was staying with a girlfriend who is actually from Ohio, but I
Okay.
met her in Virginia, and she has my bed and a recliner and some stuff and some clothes. So when I moved out of Austin's house in April, when I went traveling, after I came back in the country, um, I was in that little tiny home for a couple months, and then I moved in with Fawn, this woman I'm telling you about. So as far as I know, I'm I can go back and stay with Fawn, and she would be okay with that unless she changed her mind. So I'm just not gonna sign a lease for my own place this
Okay.
year. Yeah, I will be living with somebody else or staying at somebody else's placement. So I'm not living out of my car. I'm just driving a lot with a lot of stuff in my car. Um, I didn't have this much stuff when I got on the road in January, but people give me stuff and then I buy stuff and then I try to let go of stuff and give some of it away, but my trunk is full. There's a bag with winter clothes, bag with summer clothes, bag with little presents for people, a bag with food in it, a bag with paints. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I'm not living out of my car. I have an address. I have an address with my girlfriend, and I have all my mail go to Austin, who just lives like a couple houses away. He lives like down the street 1,000 feet, not very far. So all my mail is going to his place. It's easier to just say with all my with all my debit cards and everything. And if anybody wants to send me something, I give them that Davis Street address because that's where I go and get the mail. The post office cannot handle, it's such a little post office. They cannot handle you asking them to hold your mail till you get back. They screw that up and they can't handle forwarding it. They don't do it fast enough and then it goes back to wherever you got it, wherever it came from. So I just have everything sent to Austin and he's close by. So that's the best way to do it.
yeah.
Yeah.
You,
I'll
you
be,
are you are right now at Alderson, right?
what? Say that again.
Are you at New Alderson or wherever you were?
No, this morning I left Vivian's house. I was visiting with my girlfriend in Ohio. Um,
Hmm.
it's like 6 hours north
Okay.
of Alderson. So I've been there for 3 weeks, visiting my siblings and my girlfriends and other friends. And
Hmm.
now Pennsylvania is the next state over. It's
Okay.
2 hours, 2 hours to drive there. And then I'm going to stay at the monastery. It's in Pennsylvania, in Erie, Pennsylvania. Erie is the name of the town, and it's
Okay.
right on Lake Erie, right there.
Hmm.
And so I will be there all this week, and then I'm going back to Alderson. So on next Monday, I should be driving back to Alderson to West Virginia for at least a month. Uh,
Okay.
the the Eyes of Freedom, this traveling exhibit, most of the places that it's going in the next month or so are in Ohio. So if I feel like of a if I get enough of a rest and I feel grounded, then I will try to attend these events at the different places in Ohio. It's not a lot of driving, a couple hours. There's one up in Michigan sometime in June, and Michigan is a farther drive. I don't know if I'm going to do that one, but if I don't do that traveling, I feel like I don't have a job. I hold space, when you were talking about holding space, I can hold space for all the other people who are doing different things. But everybody has, there are two people that have their job. They get paid to be with Eyes of Freedom. The rest of us are volunteers, and we're either retired or we are still working. Most of us, it's 50-50. The young kids are still working, and I'm talking 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, they're still working. The rest of us are all retired, and we do this as a volunteer. So, yeah. So we'll see. The next couple months, I could be on the road. If I don't feel grounded and I don't feel like it's a good thing for me to do, I'll just stay in Alderson a little longer. But we'll see. We'll just see what happens. But I am looking forward to being in the monastery for the week. I can stay to myself as much as I want, or I can be with other people as much as I want. And they have a nice campus with beautiful trees and flowers. And so it probably will be really nice. All the trees are budding and the flowers are coming out, like I was telling you. Yeah. So I'm eager to see my friends in West Virginia, in Alderson. I will also be eager to hear, because they're Republicans, I will be eager to hear what they have to say about how Donald is doing his presidency. I'll just probably have to be quiet and listen. They think they know everything that's going on in my head, but they don't. And I guess I probably think I know what's going on in their heads, and maybe I don't either. But we'll have some interesting discussions about, okay, so your favorite guy got elected. Now what do you think? Are you happy with what he's doing or not? I will be asking them that for sure. And we'll see what they say.
Okay. When they say something, let me know also, because
Yeah.
because of his tariff, he has
Oh yeah.
kind of affected a lot of tariffs to India and to China and many countries.
Right.
And so as a result of that, a lot of job will be gone in India.
Here, the news, I don't even know if this is true, but this is what you hear off when he first said he was going to put all the tariffs in place. He said, because we pay income tax here. I don't know if you pay income tax here.
Yes.
Okay. So his people were saying, okay, so if we put the tariffs in place and things, that you buy become more expensive, it's all going to be balanced out because you will have to pay less income tax. So now people are wondering if that's really going to be true or not.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the way they're telling us. Okay, so if gas goes up, your income tax is going to go down, but you only pay income tax once a year. It only comes around in April, and then everybody rushes to get their income tax in by April 15th, right? Couple days, well, tomorrow. So people will be, but nothing like that happens overnight. That's the thing. He's talking about bringing manufacturing plants back to the US. He won't even be president by the time those start happening. It takes a while to build a plant and to get all that, to get that going. So I think people know better than to believe everything he says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but there are a lot of people. The nuns are very active protesters. They've been protesting. The lady I'm going to go back and live with, she's been protesting. She's been carrying a sign. She's been on television. I am not a protester. I don't do it that way. I'm not. I don't like being in those things. But I protest in my own way by withholding my vote if that's how I want to do it. I just protest a different way. But there are lots of people protesting here. There were people protesting outside the Ohio State Rotunda um, a couple weeks ago when Eyes of Freedom was in the Ohio government building. We were there for 2 weeks. There were people outside protesting several times. They were not protesting because of us being, supporting military healing. They were protesting all kinds of other stuff. So our right of speech here gets used a lot. Yeah.
Mhm.
So somebody's always protesting something.
Yeah.
And thank goodness that people do. It's just like traveling, like me traveling. Not everybody wants to travel. Not everybody should travel. It's the same way. Not everybody can protest. Not everybody wants to protest, but people protest in different ways.
Mm. Yeah.
So, all right, my dear, I'm going to have to go because I need to use the bathroom. I need to find a bathroom somewhere.
Okay.
And my friend Donna, who is one of my posse members, I have never been to her office in the 30 some years she's worked there, in the 20 some years that I have known her through meeting her at church. I have never been to her office, and it's on the way to the monastery. So I'm going to stop and surprise her, and just because I want to see where she used to work before she retires.
Okay.
Yeah, so I got to find a bathroom first, and then I'm going to go to her place.
Okay. All the best, Sophie, and keep writing, please.
Yes, I will. I will make up for my missed days.
And then also let me know about what all you think that I should be doing, or your ideas. Last time also you told me to. Uh, I'll appreciate a lot about whatever your ideas, all those
Okay.
things.
Okay. Yeah, maybe settling in the monastery will help me put some scattered thoughts together. Without being able to get to your videos or anything. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, you asked me to write for 90 days, and I read, for this week you do this week you do that. So as far as I'm concerned, you don't have to do anything. It's my job to do what I said I was going to do. But I will tell you, I told you the biggest thing that's on my mind right now is whatever that foreboding feeling is, to stay off the road. I got to do that, and then I'll see what it's like to be back in West Virginia. But I think I am at the same place as you, learning to accept how it is with people that disagree with me without throwing the baby out with the bathwater, as our saying goes, without cutting myself off from people that I could learn something from. You know, I need to also reach a balance with that. But at the same time, like Vivian and Donna yesterday, they wanted me to play this game with them. And it had all these, I looked at the game and I said, no way, Jose, this is not a fun thing. And they're going, it's easy. And I said, I am telling you, I am not doing this. It was a card game of some kind. And I said to them, if I have a choice, I am not doing anything that I don't enjoy. And I have a choice. You and Donna play. I will watch you enjoy yourselves, but I am not doing it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't care what they say. I don't care what they think. Because Vivian said, you mean you won't trust your best friends for 20 years that you're going to enjoy? I go, nope. Nope. You go, you best friends for 20 years. You go ahead and you do it. I am not doing it. So anyway, there are some things I will not, some things I will not budge on. Most things, I'm willing to consider, but not if I go, oh, everything about it is painful. Nope. So, all right, my dear.
Okay.
I love you. Talk to you soon.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye, bye. Good night.
Go to
Okay.
sleep. Go sleep before too long.